Hi friends, welcome to the Philomath project. This is the first video that I am uploading, and in this video I'm not going to explain a topic. In fact, I'm going to discuss a thought that came to my mind, and I'm going to put forward the important points which I think could play a major role in deciding what the right answer to the question is. So the question is, can objects smell in vacuum? Now first let's understand what smelling means. Let's say you have some food item which is X feet away from you. Let's say it's a piece of cheese. Now, cheese, the object is releasing some specific chemicals in gaseous state. Okay, now those chemicals are diffused in the air that surrounds the object, and those chemicals travel through the space that's between you and the object. Now, when you breathe in, molecules of that gas, they through your nose and mouth, they reach the olfactory lobes and they give a signal to the brain. The brain then interprets that signal to be a molecule of a certain chemical, and then it realizes, okay, this smell could be of cheese. So basically, the cheese is releasing gaseous molecules which travel the space between the cheese and you. You breathe in, those molecules go inside, they touch your olfactory lobes, which gives a signal to your brain, and the brain interprets that signal as being the smell of cheese, and then you realize that yes, cheese is somewhere around me. It's present in my vicinity somewhere. Uh, but let's imagine that you are in vacuum. Let's say you are in space. Now, the first argument that can come to the mind of everyone is that in space there is no air, so it's not possible to smell anything since there is no medium which can help the transportation of those chemicals through the distance that separates the person and the object. So the the first argument that I'm going to propose is that yes, we are in vacuum, but that thing is still giving out those specific chemicals. As in, cheese cheese is a combination of elements and compounds. It has its smell, it has its color, it has its texture, it has lots of properties. It is a combination of those properties. So cheese won't change no matter if air is present or not. So cheese on the earth is same as cheese in vacuum. So cheese will still be giving out those chemicals, and the only difference in vacuum is that those molecules will not be able to travel the distance and reach your nose. As in, what I feel is the principal reason that could be given for smelling is that there is a medium which is air, and that air carries those chemical constituents from the object to your nose, and that's why you can breathe, because that's the only way that chemical can reach you. There has to be some medium to carry those chemicals to your system, but in vacuum there is no way that chemical can come to your system, so you can't breathe. Plus, see, you can't breathe in vacuum. That's also a point, that since you cannot breathe in vacuum, you can't smell. But what I propose is that, let's say the cheese is very near to you, and the factor is not whether it can travel or not, it's diffusing at a constant rate. The chemical from cheese, the gaseous chemical from cheese, which represents its smell, is diffusing in all directions in a spherical sort of shape. Since there is no preferred, there is no preferred way the constituents will want to go, as it's vacuum and there is no gravity. Let's think that there is no gravity, and since you are in space, there is no gravity. So the constituents will move in a spherical shape, normal to the object in all directions. And suppose you are 1 feet away, or 2 feet away. My point is that if the constituents are given off at a specific velocity, then they will keep moving at that speed. Okay, so some molecules of those chemical constituents will reach your nose. Firstly, they will reach your nose, and fine, you can't breathe, so you can't take that air, and there is no air, but they can follow this path through your nose to the olfactory lobes. Now please try to understand this thing. It's not your breathing that helps you smell things. It is the contact of those chemicals, those gaseous objects, with your olfactory lobes. To smell, you do not need to breathe. All you need is a contact with, you know all you need is that gaseous particle to impinge upon your olfactory lobe, because that will create a signal that your brain can process. Breathing is not necessary for smelling. The only thing breathing does is that it pulls in those molecules. Since pressure inside is low and outside is high, so air rushes into your nose when you breathe, and that helps in pulling those molecules of of gas of that specific smell, which helps in establishing contact with the olfactory lobe. So my principal point is that if a thing that smells, let's say cheese, is present very near to you in vacuum, in zero gravity, then although there is no air, and although you can't breathe, since there's no air, you can't breathe, those molecules will still be traveling with some residual velocity if that object is giving off those chemicals. Yes, that speed is going to be very low. Okay, but still those molecules are traveling in that space, and those molecules can also then enter your nose and reach your lobes, in which will give you a feeling of smell. So I hope I've made my points clear. uh, so this is the for argument. I'm not going to discuss the against thing, because this is a positive theory that I've thought, and the opposite side is for the other members to come up with and give their points of view. But I would like to discuss one more angle to this thought process. Uh, let's say you have a chair or a table. Let's take a table. Now, a table is a solid object. Now, can a solid object, okay, a table has it has a smell. Tables and chairs have a smell, okay? Like, yes, there's wood around. There is that characteristic smell of wood. But can a solid object give off gaseous molecules from its surface? Like, can molecules diffuse from a solid? I mean, it's a solid, so it binds the molecules to itself, and it's very difficult for molecules to leave the surface and roam around. Maybe what we're smelling is actually the smell of its paint, or the lacquer that was used to polish it. But one question I would like to put forth is, can a solid thing have smell, or what does it mean for a solid object to have a smell, since it's solid? And well, it's I find it hard to be I find it hard to think how those characteristic chemicals that give that solid its its smell can leave that surface. Can they have that much energy to actually escape from that solid and then reach us? uh, so that is the second angle to it. The one more uh, one more point of view that came forth when I discussed this with one school friend of mine was that uh, if you have a piece of cheese in vacuum, and if I'm saying that uh, it's releasing those gases from within itself in gaseous state which give it smell, it means that there is a higher pressure inside and there is a low pressure outside, because only then can any gas move if there's a pressure gradient. So is it right on one's part to assume that a gas can come from the inside of a piece of cheese and then move outside if it's in vacuum, because there is no factor that gives a pressure gradient in that system. So so that's my first video. Uh, i i know I've been very vague, but I hope that I've made my thoughts clear to some extent, and I'm looking forward to your views. Plus, I've made a Google group where I've added all of you, but I'm not having the email IDs of some people. So if some of your friends are not able to access this video, then please ask them to give their email IDs to me, and I'll add them to the group where this video has been shared. This was my first thing, so let's hope you people find it interesting enough. Thank you.